gloves and handle the problem properly. Thank you.
I appreciate those comments. I think what I'd ask the chief to come up for a minute, but one of the things he's said, and certainly meetings I've had with the state police, is that we have to have our city lockup open, okay? Because we have no place to put people, and when they get appearance tickets, they're sort of laughing at the police and not showing up. And that's serious. I mean, they're just not showing up. So it's a continuing cycle. So one of the things we're looking at is that city lockup. And what I could say to you there is I know if we just open the lockup and we don't have the cooperation of the judges and the prosecutor and even the sheriff on the other side of the street with the county jail, because that's overcrowded, is that we'll open that and it'll be overcrowded in a month or two, and we still back in the same position. So it's something we need to address, but we need to do it as a system. So I am reaching out to the county on the other side of the street to try to create a criminal justice policy council, and that they would begin to look at this as a system. So, Chief, I don't know if you'd want to just make a couple of comments about the challenges you've had and how you're addressing them. I think that would be helpful.
Good afternoon. I knew this was going to happen. But addressing the scrappers, what we're doing is this. Now, everybody knows the scrappers are all over the place. I was looking at the news before I got here. Flint Township was complaining about the scrappers. The scrappers are everywhere. Now, what we did, now, obviously we're in a deficit, as the manager said. Now, we do not have the amount of police officers that we had in the past. You call the police, they showed up. That is a problem. We understand that's a problem. But we got a deficit also. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and make any excuses for that. I'm asking for all the officers I can get, but that's me. My job is public safety.
Kind of mechanism. Now, whether Public Act 4 is that mechanism, I didn't write the law, but what I can say is that we need ways to address the kinds of challenges that we're facing in the Flint community today. And once we get it back on track, I think, I can't tell you, as soon as we can hand it back to the mayor and the city council, that's what I want to do. So, but there are some criteria that we're in violation of. We're going to be about the business of focusing on that and getting us on the right side of those as quick as possible.
Hi, I'm John Fennessy. I believe I spoke to you before, Mr. Brown. I had two questions. One question was a social question. It was concerning the scrapping, but I'm not even going to address that because it's out of hand. But the other question I had was, I know we received a stabilization bond from the state before, and I know we put about $68 million into the water plant, and I heard we only had like $8 million more to go to get it up and running. And I know the water plant used to feed 200,000 people at one time here in the city of Flint, and the population is down to 100,000. And I was wondering if we could utilize that grant to get that facility back and running. It would create about $7 million a year net profit and reduce everybody's water bill by probably 25%. And that's an asset. And for some reason, they think the state is trying to strip the city of Flint of all its assets. And I just wondered what you had to say about that.
Well, I mean, I think you make a good point that the water plant can be upgraded, and that's one of the tools we can use to service citizens. Whether, you know, that can serve us in the long run, I'm not sure that right now. Those are the kinds of things we're assessing. The other thing I'd say is the fiscal stabilization bond was really issued to help us deal with a past deficit. That deficit has increased, so we're going to need more. That's the kind of support that we need from the state right now, just to get our house in order, so that when we build the fiscal 13 budget, we can do that in a balanced way and then begin gradually decreasing that deficit.
Hi, I'm Phil Jackson again. I'll probably do this a couple times. I just want to make a quick comment about what Terry said with the scrappers and everyone else's sentiments about that. Maybe.
My name is Mark Tolbert, made in Flint, and very proud of it.
Hi, my name is Shantoria Brown, and I attend Carmen Ainsworth High School. One reason I like Flint is because I was born here and raised here, so I love it a lot. Made in Flint, and I'm proud of it.
I'll talk bottled water and jobs like the Amway sales and marketing plan can put people to work immediately, thousands of them. And you've got the economic development department. And nobody is talking about putting the people to work while you're fixing the city and while people are getting cut back from social services and they need checks flowing. And I'm one of them. My pension will hit at age 55. I'm 53. I've almost made it. You've got rid of some things in City Hall that I agree with. You've kept some that I agree with, personnel-wise. Keep up the good work. Earn that $170,000. I didn't come to call on you. And I walked in here, and when you keep it open and we can speak, you'll earn that $170,000. They had something at the library that I went to, and I sent a question up that never got answered. The deficit, is it about 11 million? Okay, I would be curious if the community can do a fundraiser to help get it out of here. The United Way, the community leaders, the Mott Foundation, Channel 12, Flint Journal. I know you want to earn that $170,000, but some of us want you out of here. And I'm just saying, you're an economic development man. While you're here, you can help the masses make money through your Department of Economic Development. We can raise that money or a piece of it and help get things straight and get you out of here. And we can do like the lady said. We can have some things in place structurally. Now, make sense out of that. I appreciate the open mic. My question is, have you understood anything I've said? Thank you.
I understood that 170,000 for sure. Thanks, Eric. But I think you make a good point about job creation. And again, I don't think the city can do that on its own. I think we need to work with partners throughout our region to do that. You're back.
He's back again.
Yeah, I do this.
He's a curious guy.
I have other things to ask. Schools. Some other cities in our state or municipalities have had Public Act 4 strip them of their schools or mess with their school systems. I just am, as a concerned citizen, wondering what are the plans to get our schools in order? I think that one of the things we need in this city is really, really good schools, because otherwise people don't want to move here, stay here. I moved here from the burbs because I want to stay and make the place better. I know a lot of other people that feel that way, and as I'm getting closer to 30, and a lot of my friends are, as they're having children, they moved here to make a change, and now they're leaving because they don't want their kids staying in these schools. What can we do about our schools?
Okay, schools are obviously important. The way I'll answer that is to say, you know, we've got our hands full in City Hall to get our own house in order. I think we will work with Linda Thompson, we'll work with Lisa Hagel from the ISD, work with the superintendents throughout the community. And again, I think this is a matter, actually I should mention too, some of the private schools and the charter schools. I mean, all of this are educators that we need to bring to the table to be part of the solution. But again, I'm not going to focus my efforts on that. I'll leave that to the educators, but I will work in partnership with them, as I know the elected officials will too. It's the best way I can answer.
Hi, I'm Sue Hart. I had attended, you guys had some meetings where agencies were being interviewed to be the master planner, get hired to be the master planner. Is that still something that's going to be going on? And are we, the citizens, going to have input on that? Because I thought it was kind of exciting to get started on that, but, you know, no money, but we'd like to stay involved.
Okay, great. Actually, I think I'd like to ask the mayor to come up because he has been the leader in relation to this master planning issue, and part of his responsibility right now is to stay with that. So, Mayor.
Well, thank you. This process is continuing, so thanks for your question. There is a public involvement component that's going to get larger as the process goes on and we bring on the chief planning officer and the planning consultants. Those recommendations are working their way to the manager for his approval. But we do have a 21-member steering committee that's in place. That group meets on a monthly basis. It includes 2 members of the city council. It includes 2 members of the planning commission. So we meet again the first Tuesday of every month at 5:30 p.m. It is a meeting that does get public notice, so that's available at City Hall. This month's meeting is this coming Tuesday, and it's at the Genesee County Habitat for Humanity office, which if you haven't been there is right across from the farmer's market. They moved into the old Royalite building. So that is an open meeting. There's public comment. The chairs often recognize members of the public who are there for their own comments beyond the actual steering committee members. And you can also attend the Planning Commission. That meets twice a month, the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays